Hey Stu, how you doing, mate? You alright? Um, Welcome everybody. This is the stream quickly that I thought I'd put on for the TFC community because the new campaign, the new TLC's just come in, which is the High Tide TLC, which should get you the Tide Seeker hull, which is the next generation of the skirmisher hulls. So I thought it'd be quite worthwhile having a take a look before we go on to the main topic of tonight's TFC live later on this evening. So I have no idea what it is. All I know is that you're supposed to use Apollos. So we'll crack it up. We'll have a look at it. It's on for 7 days. We'll activate it. So well, that's interesting. So you get the hull straight away, and then the correct depth charge, which I've heard has had a reduction in build times. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And then there's some build tokens as well, which is quite nice. Oh, and there's some more build tokens, and I've already got that concussive reciprocator, which is good. And then what have we got? Oh, and there's the specials and the gun itself. And there's some VXP points as well, we like that. And then more build tokens. Okay, that looks good. Let's activate it. Let's go and find some ships. We have no idea what this campaign is going to be like. Don't even know what targets I'm hitting. However, because the targets we're going to hit in are probably a little bit of incoming, we might want to do... Oh, let's be cheeky. No, that's cheating, isn't it? Because that's not fair for the people to do that. That would be wrong to use that straight away. Let's just use some evade, shall we? Because not everybody's got bullseye crews. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? I'll close that. So we've got 5 encounters. Okay, that's quite a lot, isn't it? At level 1. Let's what do we have then? Oh, okay. If this is what it is, that's fine. That looks reasonable. We'll get rid of that. We don't need that. So if we're using it's obviously Legion, as you can see by the campaign. Which means this should be a bit of a gift, really, to be honest. Okay, so this is level 1. This is a pretty standard target, isn't it? That should be pretty much instant fix if any damage at all. I don't think there is any damage, to be honest. A tiny bit, not really worried about that. Number 2. What have we got? Yes, it's the routine stuff, isn't it? That's okay. So basically, rhinos can do this, as they said. You know, they suggest rhinos. Well, it's not necessarily the best place to come in, but I might adjust that in a minute. 3 o'clock's not the best place to come in, but 5 o'clock's quite handy. I'll just cruise past this thing, and then most of it will hit behind us, which it has done. Shouldn't need to hit that. Good. don't run that. It's a low level target at the moment, so one volley does it, and then we'll get that shipyard. That's good. Hey Rich, how are you doing, mate? So this is that new High Tide campaign. This is first round, and this is target 2. I'm still doing okay for damage. Third. That's okay, shipyard's just up there, nothing else. Yeah, so I'm using mostly retargeting to get some of the bigger stuff out of the way. So all I've got is the Sea Serpent's crew at the moment. Oh, somebody watching. Red Warrior, whoever you might be. No idea. As long as you're not a sniper, I'll be alright. So this is third target. So far so good. We'll swing down around, we'll miss that torpedo tower then. Pick up the Zoe on the way through, we'll be targeting most of it hopefully. Nice. TSM owes you 4,000. It's your wishful thinking, mate. Okay, so that's level 3 over and done with. I don't want him to potentially snipe me, so I'm going to bug out of this quick early. Oh no, he's down there. I'm not sure what he's doing, but obviously he's not doing something. He's doing something different. He's not doing what I thought he was going to do, and that was probably snipe me. Forever broke, mate. Yeah. Oh, where's my ships? There they are. What are my ships doing over there? They're miles away now. Well, there's a better place to start. Okie doke. Let's just trigger that. Get out of the way. Good. So for those that are watching live now, some people speak and some people don't. Don't forget TSC Live's on tonight. We'll be going through this week's updates. We'll talk about this, which is why I'm doing it now. We're going to talk about this TLC. George will hopefully be on because there's quite a bit of an update to the Mega Hull campaign. The Mega Hull, TLC. And there's a new dawn in the Mega Hull areas because we all know that there's a docking station for Mega Hulls, and very soon there's a new docking station which is, if you can hold it, it's going to allow you to reap gold as a prize for holding on to it. So there's going to be some fighting coming, I do believe. I don't know how much gold you're going to get, but it's going to be levied out across your alliance. I'll just go around, don't I? So that'll probably encourage a few people to get some Hyperiums if the gold drops big enough. I'm not going to say it's a freebie from Kixie, because then it's going to cost you a few battles, I reckon, to hold on to it. But it might be worthwhile. And then what I need to do is myself, I need to sort out my own Hyperium, because it finished the other day. So I need to sort of understand as to what to do with it, because I haven't got a clue, to be honest. Doing okay. That's not bad. To get the feeling that they're basically giving this away, this seems very easy. Red Warrior. Just me, your neighbour. So if this is all it is, what we'll do is we'll post this stream up on the TFC website, which will give everybody a nice warm feeling that they can probably achieve this, because actually most people have probably done this several times over this target set in various different previous campaigns. Oh, I get a bit of a hit there, but it doesn't matter. I wonder if we can get rid of the whole 3 sets of campaigns without fixing. That'd be quite nice. Not that I'm lazy. Well, I am actually. Hey Cut, how are you? Thanks for locking in, mate. So this is, I think this is the last one of the first leg of this new TLC. And I think they're giving it away, basically. You knew I'd be on. It's like a community service announcement, isn't it? Ah. I've got King spying on me now, look. I need to go back and get that stupid tower. That's twice now I've been snagged by it, I keep missing it. Now we should be able to do it. Oh, you little tinker. Right, let's see if we can retarget from this stupid ship here. No, it's not going to happen this time either. What about this one? Let's see if we can get this one to encourage this one to come up. Come on. No, we're just dancing around for the sake of it. Right, okay. We'll go down and broad sweep it on this, on a flyby. And this one as well. Pull in close and see if we can get this tower by hitting the shipyard. There. Should be able to get it. Yeah, nice. Trigger this net. Oh, come on, trigger this little. Thank you. It's certainly doable, I have to say. In fact, it's underwhelming as a target set. I mean, this is only tier 1, I get that, but something tells me then that we're going to have a mega hole to hit in tier 2, and then probably a slightly harder one again in tier 3, which is fine. I haven't seen the level required, I have to say. I didn't see if it was level locked. I should have looked at that, shouldn't I? I'll make sure I find out for tonight, and if it is level locked, then I'll post it up. Come on, retarget off that, you pig. Oh, I have to go around. Oh. Okay, so I should go around, but I just can't be bothered. You stinky coiner. Yeah, Rich, your favourite mistake. There you go, look. King Biatch. Okay. Yeah, Dark Rain was locked at 60, you're right, so there we go. So that's the damage so far. Okay, yes, and I've got a Zoe's at the front, I get that. But that's it done, okay? So that's the depth charge, which I'm really not sure why they put that in there. But I've got a hint. Okay, the Tide Seeker hull, and obviously it's 4 data build tokens, great. Okay, so that's that one done. Let's go again, shall we? Why not? Let's go straight through and see if we can do it all in one hit. So now we're just basically, I'm going for some build tokens. Why would I not want to? 6 levels this time. Hey Andrew, how you doing? It's level lock 50, is it, mate? Okay, thanks for finding out, Andrew. Cheers, mate. So 50, so anybody that can be... Yeah, okay, well that's reasonable. Yes, I agree with you. They must want to give this ship away. Yeah, they are. I think this is a... how do we word this? I think this is acknowledgement. That's a good term. I think this is an acknowledgement that basically many people don't like or can't use submarines. And to get the numbers back up in the game, in the raids that is, this is the halfway house. Which is why it virtually has to be given away, including ranking the darn thing. Otherwise, people aren't going to want to build a ship, pay for it, and then go and do a raid and pay for that as well, because even if you use this in the raid, it's going to cost you money, which is what I mentioned when I ran the stream the other day. Because the best I could get using this hull, and I haven't looked to see if the stats have changed, but we'll look at that in the show tonight. I'm not doing it now because I won't have time, because I've got to do the slides for the show yet. When I was hitting the tier 5 targets, the best I could get it down to was 4 coins a target, which then obviously in raid time that's, well, sorry, that was at raid time, but with a grease monkey that's 2 coins a target, and then obviously that equates then with a grease monkey and at raid time that's going to be 6 coin for a 1 tier 5 set. You gonna retarget for me? Go on. There we go, that was nice. No, I didn't actually, to be honest. I didn't notice any increase in damage. I think it's a bit less. I'm not sure what you think. Yeah, Beyond Hope's just said in there, did you notice any difference between obviously this campaign and Dark Rain? And I don't think there is. But I'll soon find out, because I managed to do the Dark Rain campaign straight the way through with this fleet and not have to go back in and fix it. And that's what I'm hoping to do here. Well, we all have our off days on driving, mate. I'm famous at doing stupid things, so, and that's just, you know, I can always turn on a micro here and just auto drive this. Well, not auto drive it, but control it a bit better rather than keep having to click. Depends how much lag I've got. At the moment, it doesn't seem like I've got a great deal. No, you know, it's not a bad campaign, is it, to be honest? But it's got a lot of levels, which means it just goes on and on. The damage isn't high. But you know, if I can get this done for 1 fleet fix, it's probably worth sitting down for the 3/4 hour it's going to take to do it. 7-day campaign. I saw that, Andrew. Cheers, mate. It's quite good, so there's plenty of time. I just wanted to get this one through myself so we can actually talk about it tonight as soon as it came out. Because everything else in the release notes is really all about, seems to be all about mega holes. Ages and Rhinos. I know somebody that went through this campaign using a Frosty, and they used a Frosty Aegis and 3 Rhinos. Took them a little while. I don't think the Harlock Aegis might do alright as a tank, I suppose. He's got a bit more of a buff, but then obviously I think you probably need a crew. It's just that there's an awful lot of, I mean, clearly you can use just Rhinos. If you've got a bullseye brigade and you've got, you know, good anti-missiles, it's just obviously these scattergun turrets that's going to cause you problems, isn't it? But if you're clever enough and you can get retargeting, you'll do very well. That's if you happen to have a bullseye brigade, obviously, because you ain't got to worry about any missiles incoming then, because your antis will knock them all down, particularly if you've got Phalanx 4. That was terrible. I came straight onto that, didn't I? That was a bit foolish. It's not going to retarget far enough, but it doesn't matter. We can get that. So, yeah, it's feasible. Definitely feasible. But there are other missile ships out there, to be honest, that you can use. And there are other tanks. You know, I've seen people using all sorts of things for this. Neptune's not brilliant, but they are quite strong. They make quite reasonable tanks, although most of their stuff is obviously it's not assault defense, it's siege defense. But they do make quite good tanks. Everyone's favourite, the good old Punisher as well. But it's not too good against the old corrosive stuff. I know a lot of people that go around and take out the torque towers and they knock out the ships, the thermal ones particularly, and the rest of it, to be honest, they use scatter guns on their Tiger Sharks. And the other thing you can do as well, you can go and get an enforcer, because you've got the 104 range, which outranges the scatters, and just inch up to the targets if you want to, and just take them that way. It's not fast. Well, in fact, there's obviously another. Mind you, not many people would have a new hull as well. Yeah, there are, you know, PvP hulls as well, which have got a decent range on them, with launchers as well. But then again, if you've got that sort of level tech, I can imagine you're probably going to have Apollos. This is a bit like rinse and repeat, to be honest, isn't it? But we're getting through it quite quick. You thought this campaign's been out so often now, you'd think there'd be a set pattern and I would know what it was, but like that was a head-on shot again. That was a bit stupid of me, wasn't it? So don't all take the best method sometimes. Okie dokie. So let's get that one in there. So I'm not going to be any rush to build this hull, but we will have a quick look at it. My concern is obviously, yes, they're going to give you one for free, and they're going to let you rank it up, which is great. But I bet you, as Andrew said in the chat actually, you're going to need more than one of these, I reckon, to do it. They're aiming this at a tier 4 target, by the way. And they reckon you can auto tier 4s. But then again, obviously, there's probably going to be for the larger levels anyway, there will be a deficit in your points bonus, and they'll probably reduce us by 50% at least, I reckon, for hitting tier 4. I know they didn't for tier 5 last time, but I'd be stunned if they didn't for tier 4. So if you want to go think higher, then obviously you're going to have to build more than one of these. And like I said, the tier 5 ships cost me 6 coins free to complete the target, which I think is quite reasonable. Me personally, I'll stick to my subs. But you know, if those targets do become the uranium targets of the future, then there's nothing wrong with a couple of these, and then you can go and auto them, can't you? How are we doing? We're almost about halfway through the ham cap. Yeah, we are, because there's going to be 7 targets next. So I reckon a mega hull's coming soon, which I wish they'd fix those, because obviously the range on the is it this one or the next one? Be the next one. The red rings for the ranges for the obviously the 4 turrets on the mega hulls aren't working, are they? Oh yeah, it'll be the next one. They haven't been working since Hyperiums came out, which is really frustrating. Oh, helps you get them all spread up at the same time. There we go. That generally worked. So I think if you do a bullseye brigade, to be honest, I think you could probably do this within, well, we'll see in a minute how long we've been running, but I think you could probably get away with doing this, you know. We've been going 27 minutes now. You might be able to do it with 1 crew. Or maybe go through the first tier and then do tier 2 and 3. Because obviously the one you really want it for is obviously when it comes to doing the mega hull. You've only got 1 bullseye brigade, if you choose to use one. No one's saying you got to. Good. Yeah, steelheads is very good, Andrew. Yeah, I agree. It gives you that flat defense, doesn't it? Across all the basic damage types. I quite like using steelheads for lots of things. I use steelheads on the FM, to be honest, especially when hitting 102s. I think they're excellent for that. Easy, an easy crew to get as well. Okay, we're nearly there. Sod's Law says this isn't going to work, but we'll give it a go. Well, I'm almost 2/3 through the campaign, look, and the damage level's really good, isn't it? I'm not exactly taking my time. Okay, good. Is it one more? Should be the mega hull, I believe. Right, while we're doing that then, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And then basically we're going to, let me just see if I can remember how to turn this on. That's on. And that's off. Good, okay. So we'll have a slight adjustment for this one. Going to use a macro. This is basically, I'm going to turn this on because it's going to make my life a bit easier. So I'm going to stack the ships first. If this is a mega hull. Oh, it's not. Well, I might use it anyway just as a test. So, only level 3 is going to have a mega hull. There we go. So you might see some flashing now because I've turned the macro on that basically controls all the ships by itself. So all I've got to do is just move my mouse on the desktop and I haven't got to click any buttons now. I've just got to control the ships just by moving the mouse around the desktop. This isn't auto hotkey, by the way, this is another one I've got. But it's a paid for macro, so I don't promote it on the page because I don't expect people to go paying for macros. You can notice them for this then because, okay, forget the flashing of the, that's the latency time between the automation of controlling the ships. It's not brilliant for stacking, so don't try this with subs if you're going to use one of these sort of macros, but it's excellent for gliding around the screen and just not having to push buttons. And I set this macro up particularly because obviously when it comes to doing the meg holes, you can just like then dance your Apollos round in circles, like going in and out of the target ranges. Well, when they used to work, and it means you wouldn't set off the scatter guns on the mega hole, which is good. As you can see, it's not perfect for stacking, so it would be rubbish for submarines in the current rated format. Yeah, I was expecting a mega hull, yeah. I thought we'd have one in this hull, but it's obviously just going to be the last tier, so that's not bad, is it? Which means it would probably just be the standard 91 one. Probably, I don't know. But based on that damage that I've got there, this is going to be easily done with one set of ships. Okay, I appreciate I've got an Apollo. A Zoe Apollo as a lead here for me, and not everybody's got one of those. But based on this level of damage, I don't think you need one. So that should be a second set complete. It is. Okay, so that's another 8 days of tokens, and I already had the weapon anyway. But it's good to know. Right, third set. 7 targets should be, I believe, if I'm right. So this is where it comes with the weapon now, and obviously the specials there. Some ranking is available as well, and then the remainder of the build tokens as well, because this thing does take a bit of a long time to build, based on what I saw. But we'll have a look at a build in a moment. I had a rough idea of what I wanted. So this get 1 hour. Well, it isn't going to take me an hour, because I've already been going 34 minutes so far. Yep, 7. I reckon the last one's going to be a... Yeah, I think it will be this time. It will be should be the mega. So we'll try and I speed it up and we'll just crash through these because they're all the same again, aren't they? So I've got plenty of health left on this fleet, so I'm not in a real rush, to be honest. I don't need it again, so I don't mind taking a bit extra damage on it. It will just fix anyway, so I don't care. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do some Liam driving, shall we? This is Liam's sort of method of doing campaigns. Just throw coins at it and save yourself a ton of time. to go. Okay, that's that one. Next one. 24 days of build tokens available in the TLC. 2 full holes. And half rank them. Well, that's interesting. I'll base it on the previous stream, and we'll have a look at the end as soon as we finish this, and we'll have a quick look at a couple of builds because we've got time. And then I'll need to shoot off and go and do the slides for tonight's show, which this will now be part of the content. So it makes it worth doing. Good. Well, that was handy. In some respects I'm quite annoyed I got this macro because it cost me money and I found auto hotkey. Well, somebody showed me the program and I've managed to make some macros up which I quite like, but I've not managed to make a macro yet that does this. Okay, so number 3. Cooking on gas so far. So we've had a 5, so level 1 has got 5 targets, level 2 has got 6 targets, this one's got 7 targets. Here we go then. We'll glide past these. Hopefully take that out and take out this down here. Yep, we can. Trigger all the ships. That's quite decent. I think it seems everybody else were expecting the 91 mega hole in the final run of this third set. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, hello. What's going on there? Whoa, where'd it go? What on earth happened there? Oh, well, no, I didn't turn the macro off. This one here, you've got to turn it on, turn it off using the F keys, that's why. This is where you get the jumping effect. Okay. Well, these targets are easy within range of this fleet. Easily. But then, so it should be. So this is the level 4. 407.3 to go. In that round. That's been brought a coffee, that's very nice of the wife. Blimey, that's hot. And level 5. Okay. 4 down, 3 to go. "42 minutes, okay. Well, that's not too bad. So you should get an hour to complete just one tier. I think we can complete the whole thing in an hour, which is very fortunate. Being a big slapdash here. Terrible, terrible, terrible driving. Not concentrating enough there. We're nearly there. 2 to go after this. Now, I don't know what you think, but I think those oil patches have got corrosive in. They seem to be different on this campaign. Every time I used to drive through them, I used to get damage on my ships. I don't know if that was actually what was happening, but it did seem like it, so I tend to avoid them. We were taking in a full health fleet once, and they did receive, not a huge amount, but a bit of damage by going through them. Nearly there. Take out that tall tower first, shall we? So I'm not being overly fussy on this target because I've got plenty of health left on this fleet, and I'll be busy for the next 3 or 4 hours doing preparation for the show and stuff for the page, so I can fix during that time. So there you go, that's level 5. 6 should be the last of this format, and then we share the mega hull to finish off with. Just drive through this one. I don't know if you've noticed, but basically when there you go, watch the, yeah, interesting. was a real lazy way of doing the target, wasn't it? However, the damage level is still pretty decent. Only just quarter damage to flight in total. Okay, level 6. And here we go, the last one. And we're at 46 minutes. Hi Ben, yeah, Polar Build is up on the website, but I'll flick through it at the end of this if you want to. And to be honest, I haven't changed it since the campaign. I've not done anything to this fleet at all. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, here we go. I thought it'd be mega hulls. Right, so this is a pretty straightforward campaign. Could do a lot of retargeting on this one. I quite like doing the mega hulls. I mean, to be honest, when we're doing Hyperion parts, I can just auto them and almost get it for instant fix. Like 16 to 20 minutes damage with this fleet. Now, typically, because the Zoe goes in the front, as you can see as I'm turning it, it's getting to the front. It's the one that's taking the most damage. But even if it dies, it's not going to be the end of the world. Because I'm not going to lose the rest of this fleet just in this one level. That's something I'll do. I'll trigger actually one of their ships in a minute, and I'll notice the one of their HCs, and I'll show you something that Zoe's dead now. That if you charge at them, if you can't outrun them, oh dear, that wasn't good. Okay, yes, I am taking some damage. Wow. Okay, so that's what you get for being a smartass. Considerably more damage than I intended. All right then. Wasn't paying attention there. Yeah, the oh, they've got a bit of damage those have, haven't they? They've turned those up a little bit, so bear that in mind. Look at the damage they're causing there. So this is definitely kicking out more damage than what they normally do. A lot more damage, in fact. Ooh, bear that in mind. I'm not going to be able to do this in one hit, I don't think. Well, I'm not going to be able to do it in one hit at all. Okay. Interesting. And the turret tops are fixed as well. That's good to see. Yeah, it's good it's the 86, but it seems to have up the damage. What's the fix on these things? Let's have a look. 9 hours. Wow. Decisions to be made. Let's recall that a second. We'll come back to that in a second. We'll fix them, but I'm not going to waste 5 minutes. One coin's one coin. It's better in my pocket, isn't it? Oh, I'm not wasting a grease monkey. I'm not doing that on this. Oh, well, of course, yeah, we got that. Yes. Okay, the alloy's finished. I'll come back to that in a second. Still got a bit of time on that, so start repair. Now clearly I could have fixed between the two campaigns. I want to get done in one stream though, so it's the only reason I'm doing this. I've not really done much else this week, to be honest. Oh, come along. Okay. So it would have been wise probably to put a bullseye crew on, wouldn't it, for this one? Well, let's see. Let's go up here. So this one's different here because you get much less, you get far less turrets, obviously, to have to worry about. However, the scatter seems to do quite a bit of damage. Now I've got the Zoe back as well, which will help. But let's see how much interest. I'll be interested to see how much damage it's going to cause then. Quite a bit. So they've definitely upped the power of those compared to what they are on the Hyperium shards. Oh, sorry, the titanium bits on the Hyperiums. I've missed that one, unfortunately. So this is going to cost almost another fleet, I think. I'd like to see somebody achieve this using a set of rhinos. Wow, look at that damage. Just a quarter damage already. Gonna have to be cautious here. Whoa, look at the damage on that ship already. Good lord. Okay, there's an answer to this. That's a crazy amount of damage. Blimey. I've got a funny thing. I'll be getting a bullseye crew out. Yeah, in fact I am. I'm just not. That's a bit naughty of them, isn't it, eh? That's proper cranked up. Seeing the rest of it's so easy, that'll entice people into... that's a bit cheeky. What damage is that now? Let's go back in base and have a look. Good God, I wasn't expecting enough to do this. Things I do for TLC. Blimey. Forsaken Council, you owe me. Huh. Right, I mentioned that bit of go away. 11 coins, let's have a quick look. 16 minutes. Doing the things I hate doing. There's more coins I've spent all weekend. Let's dismiss that. Error not owned. Yeah, okay. Should have put this on from the start really, shouldn't I? There we go. Right, 40 minutes, it wouldn't have lasted actually, because I'm on 55 minutes now. Tell you what though, those scatter guns aren't good either. So what I might do is kill off all the turrets and then go and get the scatter guns and use something else to kill them off if I have to. So I'm going to take this a bit cautiously. So they're not wasting any more tokens. We still get it done within the hour. Oh, we should. What have we got? 2 hulls left. 8 turrets in the big ship. Well, you better start rolling for bullseye cruisers, I can say. Hey Raptor, how you doing? Good to see you on, buddy. So don't get lulled into a false sense of security, because this last one is not as easy as it looked. There we go. So there. See, that's what I like about this. These are actually working again now. So if you dance around these ships, you can go in and out of the red rings quite nicely. Just like that. Which means they fire, they don't fire, they fire, they don't fire, but you don't trigger their damage either. Just the bridge left. Right, let's get down and hit this. Yeah, so I should have come in with a bullseye crew before. This made a huge difference. Still got to watch these scatter guns though, because these are nasty. It's better. I did some retargeting off this dock, I wonder. Yes, I'll do. So we're down to what? 4 turrets, 2 ships. Good. Okay, so second outing I should have brought this bullseye crew out and I'd have saved myself 11 coins, but there we go. So we've got 3 scattergun turrets and 1 standard. So we'll just kite these as we go by. And this will be the last one finished, and we're just under the hour, so that's good for the full campaign. However, they definitely turned up the power on these turrets, without a doubt. They're not like they were. Look at that, it's nearly a quarter damage, and just from what, 6 turrets? Okay, well, we're finished. Okay, so that's the end of that campaign. We've completed it then. So there you go. That's prize pack 3 completed. We'll go back in and we'll have a quick look at the all up data. Hey Damnation, how you do? Mate, you know I don't lose my cool. I'm too long on the tooth in the game to lose my cool, mate. Yeah, so I definitely think the Zoes have been turned up, so I would go for level 1 and level 2, absolutely fine, no problem at all. And I'm really glad I've done this now before tonight's show, because I'll mention that as well. Level 3, I would start with a fresh fleet, and I would definitely use a bullseye brigade, so you better start rolling and make sure you've got one. So first things first then, let's have a look at what I used. Obviously we used this fleet here, and that's obviously what a waste, look, 35 minutes left on that, but anyway, and 4 coins were damaged. So there's the first ship then, and most of this stuff here. So at the time, oh yeah, this is a tank, so the Zoe's just a tank, that's all it is, which is why I've only used solid booster 3, just to get to make sure they all line up in the same place. So that was mostly about getting more power, and using the impact cannons obviously to assist them to up the stats. But I can change that. I mean, I haven't changed this for a long time, so I would change that now, and actually I'd probably put another Phalanx 4 on, that sort of stuff. And I made these really light armour, to be honest, on this one here. So to be honest, but they're rank 15, and obviously the D1M. So I just went anti-missile right across the front there. Hydraulic resistor obviously for the torps, because the torp towers isn't there. Obviously frontline countermeasure, because it's the best thing, I think personally, for your phalanxes. And then obviously then reactive armour 3 as well, which is also at rank 15 as well. There must be a reason I put shield tactical system on it, can't remember what it is, but I did. But that's just a tank. Now the rest of these are all the same. Okay, so every single one of these is identical. Some people run their the Apollos with no armour whatsoever. It makes no difference, to be honest. I've noticed that if you put the armour on, your build time is almost the same without no armour. Overall, your damage with no armour is greater, but your fix time seems to be about the same, even though it seems like you've got less damage. But if you want to, like I tend to, do as many hits as you can and then fix overnight, you're going to get more in this way by armouring them up. Okay, so yeah, standard blades as it was when this fleet was built, and I had to put one Harrier on because I've added some D5Ms as well, which I've got 2 of, and then it's just D1M after that. And the rest is the same, apart from obviously I've gone for the guided missile scrambler, and obviously I've gone for the strike warhead as well. I wonder what I put that Zoe's. I wonder if I put this thing on the front of it. I can't remember why I did that. Interesting. And the rest is the same. So there we go. That's that. So let's go into the shipyard and look at design mode a minute, and let's just clear this and let's select the hull. Now we said, what was it? We said it was a... I can't remember what we said it was now, to be honest. Here we go. It's a skirmisher hull. So, oh, okay, well that's better, isn't it? So they've reduced the build time down to 2 days 15 hours. That's better. Okay, so 2 days and 15 hours. Bear in mind, I'm on R&D level 30, and I've got obviously a crew on as well to help things out. So what we need to look for then is, and it would probably be depth charges, wouldn't it? It is. So we said 2 days and 15 hours. That's quite long, isn't it? That's 8 hours, isn't it? Is that 8 hours? For one? I think it is, isn't it? Take it off again, hang on a minute. Let's just call it 3 days, and we'll forget the 44 minutes for a second. 15:30, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good lord. That's a long time, isn't it? Just for one weapon. It's only 9 hours. So repair time 2 hours is great for that. Okay. Now when I filled this up, personally, okay, when I did it, I went down to this, which you can't speed it up on here like you can on Huggies. I'll show you the build, if I can remember what it was off the top of my head, that I went for. It takes ages, doesn't it, this way? Can't just hold the control key like you can in Huggies, it doesn't work. I was doing that. Blimey, can I remember what I was doing? Obviously that. And then I was doing that because I wanted the extra speed, and I also wanted the extra blast wave. I'll remember what other stuff is in a minute, if I remember rightly. Ooh, we're getting up to 11 days now. It's starting to climb. Well, I'm not going to build this now, to be honest. I'm just having a quick look. More intrigued to see the build times, to be honest. Yeah, Cryo's 3's come right down, but then I tried Cryo on this hull and it didn't work very well at all in the preview, so I wasn't really liking it very much. Now, remind myself, what else did I put on this? I think, yes I did, I know I did. I put that on as well. And what was the last thing I did? I have no idea, to be honest. 14 days. So the whole build time's come down. Yeah, so it would have been, what's the speed of this thing? Because you can get the stats up a little bit. It's explosive defense, that's what's missing. I had 94, 95, there we go. 95, 95, so 14 days. Now on the preview, that was a 19.5 day build. So that's better. So that's 14 days and 10 hours to build that. Oh, I do find it quicker just to build a blank hull first and then fit it afterwards. So, yeah, ablative, because obviously this is a this ship is obviously supposed to be going into the raid targets. So AA3, because obviously the explosive damage. Because obviously it's mostly, as you can see, they're concussive and explosive. Now I found I managed to get these done, like I say, for 2 coins a pop on the tier 5 targets. Oh, I'll just save that for a second somewhere. I don't know where. We'll override that one, shall we? So if that was a similar sort of build, I mean, you build what you want, but basically I got 14 days and 10 hours. Okay, 14 days, 11 hours. And let's have a look at the Tide Seeker. Well, here we go. So we've got a stack of build tokens here then for the Tide Seeker. What have we got? So we've got 4 4s, which is obviously 16. Okay, then we've got 8 days there. And we've got another 12. Wow. We've got 12 days there as well. Well, there's a considerable amount of tokens. I think you probably could build them light and, like you say, get away. Somebody said earlier on. Yeah, I think so too, Damnation. I think if you go a little bit lower in the armour, you can probably get 2 of these built straight up and then at least half ranked, which is interesting. Well, that's okay. Oh, so I'm not in a rush to build them because I don't need them because I use my subs. But that's good. I'm quite content with that. That's good. Like I say, so 12 days worth of tokens there, so that's 12 straight away. Reduce the Tide Seeker build by 8 days. Okay, so that's fine as well. And look, there's more to come later on, obviously, because it's 1 of 3, 1 of 3, 1 of 3. So there must be something coming soon, unless they're going to run this again, which means I'll do it again as well. If they run this again next month, I might do it again next month, because you can stack your tokens up. Okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's like I say, it's a short one really, just over the hour, but I just thought I'd get through that tonight quickly before we go into making the slides up for tonight's TLC live. Hopefully you can tune in later on, and I hope this has been helpful to some people. I'll post it up on the page, and if it's helped you at all, that's great. One thing it has confirmed is the mega ship in the end. They've definitely cranked up the turrets and the Zoes as well. You're getting far more damage. Okay, take care. Thanks all. Bye.